Greetings and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Sliders Review. And I'm here today to talk to you about Disney's So Weird Family Reunion Season 1, Episode 1, the pilot. I love So Weird. It's so great. Well, I only love the first two seasons. The third one was not very good. So Weird is still to date Disney's only dark series. It's a paranormal series similar to that of the X-Files, except freaky, ghoulish, monstery stuff actually does happen. And this came out, 1998 probably, or maybe 1999. I actually didn't know of this show until my senior year of high school. And it was in its third season then. I remember I saw it and I saw the little panther in the eye going like, what the world is this? I just didn't watch it. But I kind of regret not watching it, but I don't regret not watching the third season. But then one October year, I was looking for stuff to watch. I was on YouTube and I found So Weird. Now you can find it on Disney Plus. Well, anyway, Family Reunion. Each episode starts off with the main character named Fiona, and she's narrating, and she's talking about like this building fire in Chicago. And then she started talking about how this giant boat crashed in the ocean, and it killed a bunch of people, men, women, children. And so like the survivors and the corpses they took to a nearby building, and that building was the one that had burnt down many years before or later. I can't remember which one. Anyways, this happened in 1915 when the boat capsized and stuff. And so the show starts off introducing like the members. It's Fiona, she's on her laptop. She's starting this website called So Weird about paranormal stuff. So people can write to her about their paranormal activities and she could probably go visit and stuff. We're introduced to her brother, Jack. He's very skeptical of ghosts and paranormal stuff. He does not believe in it. And he constantly berating her and picking on her and teasing her about it. He has a best friend named Clue, who's an idiot. And then they have their mom, Molly, who's like a singer who's trying to have a comeback, who drives around city to city performing at places. They are accompanied by Clue's father and mother. So basically, Jack messes with her laptop. She's pissed. She's mad. Her mom comes in and talking about like, Jack needs to leave Fiona alone. Fiona's not allowed to kill her brother. And so like, as they're in the new city, they're looking at the Chicago building that burnt down many years ago. And so as punishment, the kids have to like clean off the like dead bugs on the windshield. The boys leave, which only leaves Fiona, but her mom decides, let's just take a walk. And so as they're inside the building, Fiona can hear a little kid cry. She has no idea what it is, but she knows it's something paranormal. So, she's in her like Fiona mode trying to discover what it is. But of course, like Jack is constantly teasing her. Her mother does not believe her either. But so like Fee is determined to figure out what this is. So like the next day she's there, but she can't find nothing. And she's calling out to like some type of ghost thing. Could be like, or a kid or whatever. And all of a sudden, here's a little ghost kid appears out of nowhere. She's freaked. He is trying to talk to her, but can't. And then he's running and she like follows him. And then so like she knows something is going on, but she don't know what. So then, oh my bad. Oh look y'all, it's like 1 in the morning. Oh no, is it close to 2 now? Oh god, I'm so sleepy. I need to go to bed soon. Anyway, So the boys decided to like follow her around the building the next night. And as she's like looking around, she has like this little magnet meter thing, and Jack is trying to tell her, the ground underneath could be magnetic and stuff from like the rocks, and that's where it's coming from. She tells him no, it's a ghost, and she's gonna find this little ghost boy. And he tells her straight up, he's pissed at her. That he tells her, when you die, that is it. You don't come back to the land of the living. You don't come back as a ghost, and this and that. To the point where she's almost in tears. She just tells him she will never ever believe that, and there's a reason for it, but we don't find out until much much later in the next later on the season. Oh, my bad. So anyway, as Jack is going back down, because there's someone in the building up high up in somewhere like attic type place. As Jack is gonna go down the steps, like a giant like dresser drawer like slams shut on the entrance, and he's trapped down there. While they're trapped up there, and the next thing you know, Fiona sees it. The room starts like tilting. Stuff is moving all around the room, getting tossed around. It's the ghost. Some paranormal activity is about to happen. And then she sees it. The room transforms into that giant boat as it's tilted. And they see like a little boy clinging on and a man trying to grab him. And it's one of the most like heroic type things you'll ever see. And it's just like he's trying his best to grab onto this little boy. And nobody can talk in this. It's kind of like some kind of weird out of body like dream state type thing. The room is turning like blue. Stuff is still flying around. She's desperately trying to like run up it. Now in my older review of this, I think I said the room was flooding. It's not. Anyways, oh wait. What led her to the room is that when she first saw the ghost boy, she saw condensation on the wall. It was wet. And then the boy, like something grabbed her arm and it made her sweater wet. And then it dragged her into that room. That's how she got into that room. So anyway, it's tilting. The man is trying to grab onto the boy, but he's unable to. And then the boy like falls down, he like drowns, and it's like the most craziest thing ever. And so like when they're back into like their own reality, she's clinging on to like a jacket. The room is completely fine. Stuff is still tossed around. Jack is able to make his way back up. He asks like, "Is everybody okay?" And she's all like, she has a name now. So she did some tracking, and they went there. And the next scene's at a grave, and she explains that the jacket that she found had a name. It belonged to a little boy. After doing some digging, it turned out he was one of the kids that died on that boat. And his family lives here at this grave site, like his parents. And she said like, the city's gonna like locate the boy's grave, dig it up, and put it back with his family. And then Jack tells her straight up he misses him too, referring to their father. But he doesn't say it's the father, but you can kind of get that. But then we find out later on later on in the season, it is their father. He died of mysterious circumstances, which you'll find out much later, like in the second season. And so like, as she's walking away, the family of that boat is like looking at her. She turns around and they're gone, and the episode ends. It's a nice start to an amazing series. It's eerie, it's creepy. Some episodes, but this is still Disney Channel, so it's not gonna be like too overly scary, but it's creepy. So many people love this show. It is a cult classic. This was back when Disney was not doing the whole like Wizards of Waverly Place or no Hannah Montana. This was around the time they had like the Jersey, the Jet Jackson show, even Stevens, shows about actual families and interesting stuff. And this was by far one of their most interesting shows before they went to that weird female-led Disney princess like Wizards and Hannah Montana and That's So Raven and stuff like that. But this was old school Disney Channel when they were not afraid to take risks, until they found out what the creators were going to do in the second season. They said, "Oh no, you ain't going to that place, that place down below the fiery pits of you know what. So they completely just did like a over. Like, I think the showrunners left after that. Then they brought in a new girl because the main girl who played Fiona, she wanted to leave, and so they redid the whole show, made it more light and humorous, and it was awful after that. That wasn't that spooky. All right, well, I shall talk to y'all later. Bye.